Hi, my name's Shan. The following video is a series of Pilates exercises designed specifically with AKU in mind. We're going to be doing a series of seated exercises that are designed to improve the flexibility of your joints, promote core strength, and hopefully be fun. All these exercises can be done all together, or you can pick and choose the ones that you like. You can do 5 minutes, you can do 10, you can do half an hour. We're going to start with the feet, and I'm going to be using a few accessories. All of these are available very easily to buy online, but you also don't have to have them if you don't need them. The one that we do need, though, is the tennis ball. I'm sure everybody can find a tennis ball. What I'd like you to do is to place the ball underneath your right foot. Now you're going to sit up as tall as you can in your chair and pull your stomach muscles in. From that position, just roll your foot gently backwards and forwards across the ball, pushing as much weight into the ball as you feel comfortable with. So what you're doing is you're massaging the underside of the foot, just to wake up the energy levels in the feet and get things flowing. Backwards and forwards, breathing normally, stomach muscles pulled in. And then you change to the opposite side, you put the ball underneath the left foot, and you repeat, rolling the foot forward and back, seeing how it feels, checking in with yourself whether it feels different to the right foot, whether it's more sensitive, less sensitive, much the same. And just keep breathing, keep sitting up straight. And then take the ball away, place it somewhere safe where you're not going to fall over. And the next accessory we're going to use is a fitness ball, quite squashy. If you haven't got one of these, you can use a cushion or a pillow. You place that between your knees, just to keep your knees and your hips in line with each other. And from here, we're going to start by lifting the feet off the floor. So you lift the toes, spread the toes as wide as you can, release them, and then drop them back down. So this is to get the feet nice and active. Open up the toes, close, and lower. Lift the feet off the floor, spread the toes, release the toes, drop them down. We're going to do 5, so 1 more. Open, stretch, release, and close. Then you're going to lift your heels, but I want you to do this one at a time. So let's start with the right leg. You're going to lift your right heel up and just lower it down. Lift it up, lower it down. Keep squeezing the ball between your knees and keep sitting up as straight as you can. Lift and lift. Again, we'll do 5, same on the left. Lift, lower, lift. Keep the toes pressed into the floor. 3 and 4 and 5. Now we're going to do both together. Lift up, lower down, lift up. 2. Keep squeezing the ball. 3. Keep sitting up straight. 4. Last one. 5. Now I want you to imagine you're going for a walk, so we're going to alternate. Lift the right heel, lift the left heel, lift the right heel. Keep walking, keep the ball between the knees, keep sitting up. So we're getting our ankles moving and getting the joints nice and flexible. Couple more. And then release. Now, I want you to squeeze the ball as hard as you can, so your glutes, your bottom muscles are going to tense, and then release. And squeeze, sitting up as tall as you can, and release. So this is just activating the muscles around the core, and release. Again, anywhere between 5 and 10 is fine. And release. Let's do 1 more. Squeeze. And release. So having woken up the feet and gone into our pelvis, we're now going to go towards our upper back and think about our neck and our shoulders and our scapula. So I want you to start by sliding your shoulder blades. Keep the ball between the knees. Slide the shoulders up towards your ears. Slide them down and then rotate the hands behind you so that you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then release. Glide up, glide down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, release, glide up, glide down, keeping your neck as relaxed as you can. Keep squeezing the ball between your knees. Keep sitting up straight. So there should be zero tension in your neck, but you're getting a lot of movement into the shoulders and the upper back. Keep breathing, gliding up, gliding down, squeezing back and releasing. And then you're going to follow on from that with some shoulder rolls where you just start in the same way, lifting your shoulders up towards your ears, but then you roll the shoulders back and you roll them forward. We're going to do 5, 3, keep sitting up nice and tall, and 4, and last one, 5, and then you reverse it. So you roll the shoulders back and forward, 2, and release. Keep squeezing the ball, 3, and 4, and last one, and relax. So we're now going to move into a full movement through the spine, but keeping all of those principles in mind. So you want your stomach muscles pulled in, you want your neck and shoulders relaxed, you want the ball squeezed between your knees, and you want your feet spread out and anchored into the floor. From this position, I want you to lean forward, reaching your chest forward, and then you're going to drop your head down and roll the spine backwards so that you're creating a wave with the spine. Keep the ball squeezed between the knees and reach forward. We're going to do 5 of these. Again, you can do 10. And reaching forward. Last one. And then you simply reverse the movement by dropping the head down towards the ball and then extending from the hips and lifting the chest, looking up at the ceiling and then dropping down. So you're creating a wave of movement through the spine. Obviously, the stiffer the spine is, the more uncomfortable this might feel. You just take it to the level that works for you. And lengthen up. Going to do 2 more. And lift. And last one, rolling through. And reaching up. So now, having done some work on the neck, the shoulders, a little bit on the feet, we're going to turn our attention to the legs. So I want you to take your ball or your cushion, that's what you've got, and you're going to put it underneath the foot. Try and keep it nice and steady. And as you extend the knee, push the heel and pull the toes back towards you so you straighten the leg. Then press the foot back into the ball and roll the ball back towards you. So as you're going forward, you're working into knee extension and hip extension. As you come back, if you really press the foot into the ball, you will find the back of the thigh start to contract. So we're getting some hamstring work. So this improves the flexibility of your knee and your ankle and your hip. Meanwhile, as always, you stay upright the whole time. No slumping. And again, you can do anywhere between 5 and 10, depending on how flexible you are, how hard you want to work. So let's just do one more. And we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. So you reach down, you transfer the ball to the other foot. Make sure that the foot, the non-working leg, is in line with the hip, so don't end up sort of all over the place. And you repeat, extending that left leg, flexing the foot, pushing the foot back into the ball, and reaching forward, and pressing back. This is number 3. Keep lifting out of your hips, and back. 2 more. 4, and 5, and relax. Having finished with the legs, pick the ball up and put it back between your knees. So again, it just helps to keep you stable through that core. Now we're going to do a bit of work on rotating and moving through the mid-back, which tends to be very stiff on most people. So if you put one hand on each shoulder, I want you to imagine you're going to draw a figure of 8 with your elbows. So you're going to go to the right and then to the left, drawing that figure of 8 with your elbows so that you're rotating through your mid-back. Again, you make this as small or as big as feels okay for you, because everybody's different. And we do between 5 and 10 in one direction. and then you reverse it, and you do exactly the same thing the other way. Try and flow through it. You might find there are a few crunches and scrunches. As long as it's not painful, go with it. Breathe and release, and then rest your hands down on your knees. And then take your right hand and drop it down by the side of your chair, and we're going to do a side bend. So I want you to imagine you've left something on the floor and you have to pick it up with that right hand. So you're going over into a side bend, and then you're going to pull your stomach muscles in and bring yourself back up. So there's no collapsing into the waist, and I'm not shifting my weight from one hip to the other, which is why the ball between the knees is useful, because it helps to keep you nice and still. So you reach over and you pull up. So you're stretching the left waist, but you're also working into the abdominal muscles on that left side when you return. Let's do one more. Let the head hang, so you're also getting a bit of a stretch in the neck, and then change to the other side. Drop the left hand over. Pick up something with your left hand on the floor, and sit up straight. And 2, let the head hang, and lift, and 3, and lift, and 4, and lift. Last one. 5, and release. We're now going to do some work on the upper back and the arm. If you have a lot of tension and tightness in your shoulder, this may or may not feel comfortable, but there are ways of adapting. The movement is to reach the arm forward. Halfway at shoulder height, you turn the palm to the ceiling, and you keep traveling up. Now, the tighter the shoulder, you'll reach a point where you can't go any further without hunching or lifting your shoulder. You want to stop at that point and start the movement back down. Take it back to shoulder height, turn the palm over, bring it back down to the floor. We're going to do 5. Reach to shoulder height, rotate the palm to the ceiling, lift the palm up to the ceiling. Bring it back to shoulder height, rotate, bring it back to your hip. If that's too much, if you make it wider and don't go so high, that's usually enough to accommodate what's happening in the shoulder. But what you don't want is to feel that you're hunching or that your neck is sore. So reach, palm up, palm lifted, up to the ceiling, back to shoulder height, rotate, and release. That was 5. We're going to do the same thing with the left arm. Bring the left arm to shoulder height, palm up, lift up. Now I'm tighter through my left shoulder, so I can't go as far with this left one. Bring it back to shoulder height, rotate, and that's really common. That one side, both legs or arms, is either weaker or tighter. Palm up, lift to the ceiling. Try not to throw your ribs up. Keep your back nice and straight. Keep squeezing that ball gently between your knees, and keep your feet firmly planted into the floor. Lift and drop. Rotate the palm over and down. We're going to do 2 more. Reach, palm up. As before, if it's too much, you take it a little wider. Back to shoulder height. And last one, reaching up, palm to ceiling, lift, palm back, rotate, and release. And then just give your shoulders a little bit of a roll and have a little bit of movement through the neck just to check that there's no tension. So now we're going to turn our attention back to the legs. So I want you to take the ball and put it aside, somewhere safe. And the third accessory is a little latex loop. These come in different resistances. This is light, and I want you to put it around your knees. So I'm still hip width apart, but I've now got a little latex loop just above my knees. And what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to press my knees away from the center and then bring them back. You can vary the resistance of these bands, depends on how strong you need it to be. But I would start with light, and then if that feels too easy, you can move up to medium, or very heavy if you're feeling very macho. And open and close. push away, keep sitting up. So I'm not sinking when I bring the knees back. Open and close. You're kind of rolling onto the outside edge of the foot and then rolling the big toe joints back. We're going to do 2 more. Open and close. Last one. Open and close. Now you're going to try one at a time. Now this sounds easy, but it's a lot harder than it sounds because you've got to keep the opposite side still. So if I would rotate my right and bring it back, the left is not moving. Open and close. So we're working into the medial glute of the hip. So the muscles around the hip that help to keep us upright. 3, 4, and 5. Let's switch to the left. Same idea. Left away from right, keeping the right knee still. 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Excellent. Then you take the loop and we're going to use it for the arms. So if you place it between your hands, thumbs up, elbows tucked into your waist, and I want you to try and push your hands, exactly the same thing as you were doing with the legs, but with the arms now, away from the center and back. Push away and back in. So you're working the muscles of the arms now. Neck is relaxed, back is still long, stomach muscles are still pulled in. And release. And push away. Release. Push away. Release. As with the legs, you now do independently, quite hard, pulling your right hand away from your left, back to center. Left hand away from your right, back to center. Left hand, back to center. Right hand, back to center. Again, just 5 of these because we've got a whole sequence and you don't want to get too tired. And 1 more. Then we're going to do the same thing, but with the palms facing the ceiling. So you just turn your hands, palms facing up, elbows are still tucked in, back is still long, feet are wide. And you take the arms away from each other and back, or the hands rather, not the arms, and reach and back. And 3, breathing normally, back. And 4, and back. And 5. Now we do one at a time. Right arm and back, left arm, back. This is surprisingly tiring. Right arm and left arm. Number 3. Open. Try and keep that left still. Now try and keep the right still. And 4. And 4. Last one. 5. And 5. And then just rest the hands on the knees for a moment and have a little roll of the shoulders just to release. Now the next one is you're going to reach your arms out in front of you, and it's exactly the same thing. You push away from the center, you release. You push away from the center. This involves the whole arm and more of the shoulders. Try and keep the neck relaxed. The back is still long, the stomach muscles are pulled in, the feet are firmly on the floor. 5 times. And then you do the singles. The right arm pulls away from the left. It's really hard to hold that arm still. Left and right and left and right and left. Last set and right. Got to watch the neck isn't starting to tense now. And then release. And as before, just have a little roll. Just check in with yourself and relax. You take the latex band and you put it away. And you go back to your squashy ball, which you're going to hold between your hands. And first of all, we're just going to work the pectoral muscles of the chest wall. So you want your elbows bent, your palms pressed together, and you're just literally going to squeeze the ball as hard as you can and release. And then squeeze as hard as you can and release. And you'll just feel those chest wall muscles contracting. All the usual other things apply. Stomach in, back long, neck relaxed, feet nice and wide on the floor, knees in line with your hips. Anywhere between 5 and 10 is fine. And then you extend the arms from there. Now this depends on, again, how your shoulders are. If you were all right with the one involving lifting the arm, you'll be all right with this. If not, just make it much smaller. We're going to try and reach the arms all the way over the head. Now, don't hunch, keep your necks long, and then just reach back down to the knees. So it's called the overhead reach, which is exactly what you're doing. You're reaching over your head with the ball, lift the chest and down. And in terms of breathing, if you inhale when you lift, your ribs will lift, your back will fill with air. It's very liberating. And relax. 2 more. Breathing in, lift and lower. Last one. And breathing in and release. Now, if that feels okay, we're going to try the side bend with the overhead reach. If it's too much, you go back to the one we did before of just picking up from the floor. So you're going to lift up out of your hips, and then we lean over, keeping your pelvis still, so I'm not letting my buttocks come off the chair, and to the other side. Keep the shoulders dropped. This is actually quite difficult. Leaning over, keeping your body nice and straight and your back nice and long, side to side like a metronome, just tick-tock, and lift. Keep relaxing your shoulders. If it's too much, you lower down, so that you're not hunching, but you're still getting that side stretch. And let's just do 1 more. And then release. Now we're going to put the ball away, and we're going to do some work with the final set of accessories, which are these little gliding discs. If you haven't got gliding discs, you can do this with just socks on the floor. It's just about being able to move your feet on the floor. Or even a tea towel on a wooden floor would work. So you're going to put your feet on the discs, keeping the left foot completely still. I want you to just extend your right leg and then drag it back. We're just going to do 5. Extend the right leg. You'll notice I'm not slumping, I'm not collapsing. 3 and 4. So we're moving those knees again. And 5. Then you do the same thing with the left. Extend the left leg. 1, pull back, and 2, pull back. Shoulders are relaxed. 3, pull back. Last one. No, 5. 1 more. Now we're going to do a circle. This is where the hip becomes involved. So with the right foot, I'm going to put my hands on my hips. You're going to take the right foot forward and draw a circle with your foot. And 2. Again, keeping the other side still. 3. So the hip is now moving as well as the knee. 4 and 5. Come back to center. Same thing with the left leg. Extend the left leg. Reach around. 2 and 3. You do whatever size works for you. 4 and 5. Now we're going to go backwards. So the right leg goes behind you and around. And behind and around. 2 and 3. Rest of the back stays really still. 4 and 5. Same thing with the left. Back. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Now we're going to do both at the same time. Now this is much harder to keep the lift, and you may want to hold on to the chair that you're sitting on in order to stabilize. So you're going to take both legs forward, both legs round, and together. 2 and 3. So it's a full circle. And 4 and 5. You guessed it, we're going backwards. 1 and 2 and 3. 2 more. 4, back nice and straight. 5. And then the final one is a figure of 8. So you take the left leg back and the right leg forward. You circle them around and you bring them back to the middle. And you keep going. 2 and around. Imagine you're polishing the floor with your feet. 3 and around. 4 and around. Last one. 5 and around. Reverse it. Right leg back, left leg forward. 1 and 2. Your floor is going to be really clean. 3 and 4. Last one and 5. And then we're just going to finish this sequence with a little stretch for the inside thigh. So if you take your legs out to the side, put your hands on your thighs and just push forward so you feel the stretch on the inside of the thigh. And just do a little pulse, reaching forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come back and relax. Then you're going to take your feet off the discs and we're going to put them away. And we're coming back to our ball, which is going to go between your knees. And you're going to squeeze. So as we did at the beginning, you're to take a breath. As you exhale, pull your stomach muscles in, squeeze the ball as hard as you can, and imagine you're going to stand up out of the chair. So everything's pulling in, everything's squeezing, and then you release. And again, squeeze, pull in. Inner thighs are really working now. And down. Imagine your pelvic floor muscles are contracting at the same time. 3, squeeze, release, and squeeze, and release. We're going to do one more. Squeeze, and release. And then taking the ball and putting it away, we're just going to stretch the back of your leg. So I want you to extend your right leg and pull your toes towards you. Put both hands on the left knee and just lean forward until you feel a stretch through your right back of the right thigh. So this is a hamstring stretch. You go as far forward as you feel comfortable with doing so. You wait, breathe into it, feel the stretch happening, and then come back. You do the same thing on the other side. Extend the left leg, flex the heel, lean forward, push. You may well find one leg is way tighter than the other. That's very normal. Breathe. And come back. And then we're just going to stretch the upper back and the arms. We're nearly done. So for a tricep press, I want you to put your left hand behind you, right in the middle of your back, and the right hand over the top. And link your fingers together if you can. If they're miles apart, doesn't matter. Trying to reach towards each other. And then you stay in that position. You push the top elbow back. You feel a big stretch through the tricep muscle of the arm. Breathe. And then you change sides. Again, one side may well be tighter than the other. And you try and link fingers, or you get fingers as close as they can get to each other. And you pull and you breathe. And you release. Take your arms back. Take a breath. Drop your head down. Let your head hang for a minute. Just move it from side to side. Push your hands into your knees. Hands sit up as tall as you can. Feel your feet nice and wide, your shoulders wide, your neck long, stomach muscles in. Breathe. See how you feel. Hopefully the whole body is feeling it's moved. You feel taller. Take a breath and relax. I hope you enjoyed that. Keep moving and find something that really you enjoy, so it be an in-person class or online. And thank you so much for watching.